Family Day Wednesday, creating a clean lens family culture, building unity and healing together. Family Day Wednesday, week 1, entire families, couples, single parents, blended families, beautiful families. Welcome to Family Day Wednesday. I'm Roby Bolden, founder of Legacy Foundation, and today we're beginning a journey that will transform not just individual family members, but your entire family culture. Whether you're a traditional two-parent household, a single-parent family, a blended family, or any other family structure, today we're talking about creating a clean lens family culture, a way of living together that promotes healing, growth, and authentic connection for every member of your family. Let me start with a truth that will revolutionize how you think about family life. Your family culture is not something that just happens to you, it's something you create together. Every family has a culture, a set of spoken and unspoken rules about how you communicate, how you handle conflict, how you show love, how you make decisions, and how you treat each other. The question is not whether you have a family culture, but whether the culture you have is creating the outcomes you want for every member of your family. I know many of you are dealing with challenges that make family harmony feel impossible. Maybe you have teenagers who seem angry all the time, children who don't listen, parents who are overwhelmed and stressed, or family members who just can't seem to get along. Maybe you're dealing with the aftermath of divorce, the challenges of blending families, or the stress of single parenting. Maybe you're carrying wounds from your own childhood that are affecting how you show up in your family today. But I want you to know that regardless of what challenges your family is facing, regardless of what mistakes have been made in the past, and regardless of how broken things might seem right now, it is possible to create a family culture that promotes healing, growth, and genuine connection. It starts with understanding what a clean lens family culture looks like and making intentional choices about the kind of family environment you want to create together. A clean lens family culture is one where every family member is seen clearly, not through the lens of past mistakes, current struggles, or future fears, but through the lens of their inherent worth, their potential for growth, and their capacity for love. It's a family culture where everyone feels safe to be authentic, where mistakes are opportunities for learning rather than reasons for shame, and where each person's growth and healing contributes to the growth and healing of the whole family. Let me break down what a clean lens family culture looks like in practice, because this isn't just about having family meetings or following rules. This is about creating an environment where every family member can thrive. First, a clean lens family culture is built on the foundation that every family member has inherent worth and dignity, regardless of their age, their behavior, or their current struggles. This means that in your family, children are not just small adults who need to be controlled, but human beings who deserve respect, understanding, and guidance. It means that parents are not just authority figures who make all the decisions, but leaders who model the values and behaviors they want to see in their family. It means that every family member's feelings, thoughts, and experiences matter, even when they're inconvenient or challenging. In practical terms, this looks like speaking to each other with respect, even during disagreements. It looks like listening to understand, not just to respond. It looks like acknowledging when someone is hurt or struggling, rather than dismissing their feelings or telling them to get over it. It looks like celebrating each person's unique gifts and supporting each person's individual growth. Second, a clean lens family culture prioritizes emotional safety over behavioral compliance. This doesn't mean there are no rules or boundaries, it means that the rules and boundaries exist to create safety and growth, not just to make life easier for parents or to avoid conflict. In many families, the primary goal is getting children to behave, to be quiet, to not cause problems. But in a clean lens family culture, the primary goal is helping every family member develop emotional intelligence, healthy coping skills, and authentic relationships. This means that when someone is acting out, the first question is not, how do we stop this behavior? But, what is this behavior telling us about what this person needs? This approach requires more patience and intentionality than just demanding compliance, but it creates family members who are emotionally healthy, relationally skilled, and capable of making good decisions even when no one is watching them. Third, a clean lens family culture embraces growth and learning for everyone, not just the children. In many families, parents expect children to grow and change, but they don't model growth and change themselves. They expect children to learn from mistakes, but they don't acknowledge their own mistakes or demonstrate what it looks like to learn and improve. In a clean lens family culture, everyone is growing, everyone is learning, and everyone makes mistakes that become opportunities for growth. Parents are willing to apologize when they handle something poorly, to admit when they don't know something, and to show their children what it looks like to be a human being who is committed to becoming better. This creates a family environment where it's safe to be imperfect, where growth is celebrated, and where everyone feels supported in their journey of becoming their best self. Fourth, a clean lens family culture prioritizes connection over control. Many family conflicts arise because parents are focused on controlling their children's behavior rather than connecting with their children's hearts. But connection is actually more powerful than control for creating the outcomes parents want. When children feel genuinely connected to their parents, when they feel understood, valued, and supported, they are much more likely to cooperate, to make good decisions, and to come to their parents when they're struggling. When family members feel connected to each other, they naturally want to contribute to the family's well-being rather than just looking out for themselves. This doesn't mean being permissive or avoiding boundaries. It means that boundaries are set from a place of love and connection rather than from a place of power and control. It means that discipline is about teaching and guiding rather than punishing and controlling. Fifth, a clean lens family culture is intentional about breaking generational cycles and creating new patterns of health and wholeness. Every family carries patterns from previous generations, some healthy and some unhealthy. In a clean lens family culture, family members are aware of these patterns and make conscious choices about which ones to continue and which ones to change. This might mean changing patterns of communication, conflict resolution, emotional expression, or relationship dynamics. It might mean healing from wounds that have been passed down through generations and creating new traditions and practices that support the family's values and goals. Now let me show you why creating a clean lens family culture is so powerful and why it's worth the effort and intentionality it requires. First, this kind of family culture creates emotional and relational security for every family member. When people know they are valued, respected, and supported regardless of their struggles or mistakes, they can relax into being authentic and focus their energy on growth rather than on protecting themselves or trying to earn love and acceptance. Second, a clean lens family culture develops emotional intelligence and relational skills in every family member. When families prioritize understanding, communication, and connection, every family member learns how to navigate emotions, resolve conflicts, and build healthy relationships. These skills serve them not just in the family, but in every area of their lives. Third, this kind of family culture creates resilience and adaptability. When families face challenges together, support each other through difficulties, and learn from setbacks, every family member develops the confidence and skills to handle whatever life brings them. Fourth, a clean lens family culture creates a legacy of health and wholeness that extends beyond the immediate family. When children grow up in this kind of environment, they carry these patterns into their own relationships and families, creating positive change that can last for generations. Let me give you some practical ways to start creating a clean lens family culture in your home, regardless of what challenges you're currently facing. First, establish family values that everyone can understand and commit to. These might include values like respect, honesty, kindness, growth, and support. Talk about these values as a family, explain why they're important, and refer to them when making decisions or addressing conflicts. These values become the foundation for your family culture and provide a framework for how you want to treat each other and navigate challenges together. Second, create regular opportunities for family connection and communication. This might include family meetings, family dinners without devices, family game nights, or family service projects. The key is creating consistent times when the family comes together to connect, communicate, and enjoy each other's company. During these times, focus on listening to each other, sharing what's happening in your lives, celebrating successes, and addressing challenges together. Make these times safe for everyone to share honestly without fear of judgment or criticism. Third, develop family practices for handling conflict and mistakes in healthy ways. Establish guidelines for how you will communicate during disagreements, how you will address hurt feelings, and how you will make amends when someone makes a mistake. This might include practices like taking breaks when emotions are high, using I statements instead of you statements, listening to understand before trying to be understood, and focusing on solutions rather than blame. It might also include regular family forgiveness practices where family members can acknowledge mistakes and receive forgiveness and support. Fourth, prioritize individual growth and healing for every family member. Recognize that family health requires individual health, and support each family member in their personal growth journey. This might mean parents getting counseling to heal from their own childhood wounds, children getting support for learning challenges or emotional struggles, or family members pursuing hobbies, interests, or goals that contribute to their individual well-being. When every family member is growing and healing individually, the whole family benefits from increased emotional health, better communication skills, and greater capacity for love and support. Fifth, be intentional about creating new family traditions and practices that reflect your values and support your goals. This might include spiritual practices like family prayer or meditation, service practices like volunteering together, learning practices like family book clubs or educational trips, or celebration practices like special birthday traditions or holiday customs. These traditions create positive shared experiences, reinforce your family values, and give every family member a sense of belonging and identity. Let me address something important that many families struggle with: the challenge of changing established patterns, especially when some family members are resistant to change. You might be thinking that your family has been operating in unhealthy patterns for so long that it's impossible to change, or that some family members won't cooperate with efforts to create a healthier family culture. But I want you to know that change is possible, even when it's difficult and even when not everyone is initially on board. Change often starts with one person who is committed to doing things differently, and that commitment can gradually influence the entire family system. If you're a parent, you can start by changing how you communicate, how you handle conflicts, and how you respond to challenges. If you're a teenager or young adult, you can start by changing how you contribute to family dynamics, how you communicate with your parents and siblings, and how you handle your own emotions and responsibilities. The key is to focus on what you can control: your own attitudes, behaviors, and responses rather than trying to force others to change. As you consistently model healthier patterns, others in your family will often begin to respond differently as well. Let me give you some real-life examples of how to apply these principles in situations your family is probably dealing with right now. When family members are arguing or in conflict, instead of taking sides or trying to stop the conflict immediately, you can facilitate a family discussion where everyone gets to share their perspective, feelings are acknowledged, and solutions are explored together. When someone makes a mistake or poor choice, instead of focusing on punishment or criticism, you can focus on understanding what led to the mistake, what can be learned from it, and how to make amends and do better in the future. When family members are struggling with challenges like school problems, friendship issues, work stress, or emotional difficulties, instead of trying to fix the problem immediately or dismissing the struggle, you can provide support, listen with empathy, and work together to find resources and solutions. When celebrating successes or positive developments, instead of just acknowledging individual achievements, you can celebrate how individual growth contributes to the whole family's well-being and how family support contributed to individual success. Here's a powerful exercise I want you to try as a family this week. Have a family meeting where you discuss what kind of family culture you want to create together. Ask questions like, how do we want to treat each other? How do we want to handle disagreements? What values are most important to us? What kind of family do we want to be? Listen to everyone's input, including children, and work together to identify shared values and goals for your family culture. Write these down and post them somewhere visible as a reminder of what you're working toward together. Another powerful practice is the family gratitude and growth check-in. Once a week, have each family member share one thing they're grateful for about the family, one thing they're proud of about their own growth, and one thing they'd like to work on improving. This creates a regular opportunity for positive connection and mutual support. I want to share with you a story that illustrates the power of creating a clean lens family culture. I once worked with a family that was struggling with constant conflict between parents and teenagers, poor communication, and a general feeling that everyone was walking on eggshells around each other. The parents were frustrated because they felt like their teenagers were disrespectful and irresponsible. The teenagers were frustrated because they felt like their parents didn't understand them and only cared about their behavior, not their feelings or experiences. Everyone in the family felt unheard, unappreciated, and disconnected from each other. We started by helping the family identify their shared values and establish new practices for communication and conflict resolution. The parents learned to listen to their teenagers' perspectives before trying to correct their behavior. The teenagers learned to express their feelings and needs respectfully rather than through anger or withdrawal. Over time, the family developed new patterns of interaction based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. The conflicts didn't disappear completely, but they became opportunities for deeper understanding and stronger connection rather than battles that left everyone feeling hurt and disconnected. The transformation in this family's culture created positive changes that extended far beyond their immediate relationships. The teenagers became more confident and responsible, the parents became more patient and understanding, and the whole family became a source of strength and support for each other rather than a source of stress and conflict. Beautiful families, you have the power to create the kind of family culture that promotes healing, growth, and authentic connection for every family member. It doesn't matter what challenges you're currently facing, what mistakes have been made in the past, or how difficult change might seem. What matters is your commitment to seeing each family member clearly, treating each other with respect and love, and working together to create the kind of family environment where everyone can thrive. Your family culture is not something that just happens to you, it's something you create together through your daily choices, your communication patterns, your responses to challenges, and your commitment to each other's growth and well-being. Here's your assignment for this week. Choose one aspect of your family culture that you want to improve. It could be communication, conflict resolution, family time, or support for individual growth. This week, take concrete steps to create positive change in that area, and invite other family members to join you in working toward a healthier family culture. Also, have at least one family conversation this week about what kind of family you want to be together. Share your hopes and dreams for your family. Listen to each other's perspectives, and identify specific changes you can make to create the family culture you all want to experience. Remember, beautiful families, you are not just a group of people who happen to live together. You are a team, a support system, and a source of love and strength for each other. When you create a clean lens family culture, you create an environment where every family member can heal from past wounds, grow into their best self, and contribute to something beautiful and meaningful. If you're ready to dive deeper into creating a transformational family culture and connect with other families who are committed to healing and growth, visit legacyfoundation8824.org or call 909-201-1529. We have family support programs designed specifically to help you on this sacred journey of conscious family building. Subscribe to this channel, show up every Wednesday evening for Family Day Wednesday, and commit to creating the family culture that will bless every member of your family for generations to come. Comment below and tell me one thing you want to change about your family culture, or share how you plan to create more connection and healing in your family this week. Remember, your family culture is your choice, your creation, and your legacy. Make it one that promotes healing, growth, and love for every precious member of your family. Until next Wednesday, keep growing together, keep loving each other, and keep building the family culture that will transform your lives. This is Roby Bolden, and this has been Family Day Wednesday. Your family is worth the effort, and you have everything you need to create the culture of love and healing you all deserve.